Podcast repeater. Story repeater.
Well, when you've been on here 3-4 times, yeah. Yeah.
Third
I
time
don't have
charm.
enough time to talk about all the bleeding I've done. I bleed regularly.
Same.
I'm probably bleeding right now. Oh, yeah. See?
Monthly.
That's why I'm on the podcast right now. I fit in.
Yeah.
I bleed monthly.
This is Kat Mattis, and you're listening to the Sarcasm Society podcast. Like every month, I'm Kat Mattis, and this is the Sarcasm Society podcast. Who are you people?
I'm bleeding. Am I really supposed
Mr.
to?
Bleeding.
I'm Jesse. How you doing?
Mr. Bleed. Yeah.
And I am Kelsey McCormick. Hello.
Was I supposed to do a last name? Who cares? Nobody cares.
I care about my own
Yeah,
last name.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
I know. I've never been like, even like comedy, I've never been like, I've been or I am. I've never. Then the host says your name.
Your last name is so many syllables.
Yeah, I know.
So it's
It's a
too
whole
much.
thing, yeah.
I didn't put the full last name in my phone.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I don't blame you.
But you guys are comedians.
I guess.
Cool. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, technically, yeah.
Some would say.
I hope so. The people that paid money for the Don't Tell this weekend, they better hope I'm a comedian. Because I'm sure as hell faking it if I'm not.
Oh my God.
But this episode's coming out in July, so let's talk about concerts.
Hot dogs.
Oh, well, I'm sweaty, so they can go, oh, it's July. You're supposed to be sweaty. Yeah, it's hot.
We only get like 3 months of
I'm sitting in a
summer.
very warm spot. What?
Are you? Do
Yeah.
you need to switch?
I feel like
Are you okay?
I don't know if it
No,
would
I'm
help.
never okay. I'm very unhealthy.
Yeah.
It's probably 50% heat and 50% high blood pressure, so whatever.
Unhealthy as a horse.
Yeah, I'm glad she's got a light on me. I need to be. You need to see every
Get
fucking
sweatier.
pore. Yeah, you need every detail of this Easter Island statue of a head that I have here. Let's get in all the nooks and crannies.
I'm going to
a
zoom
mess.
in on your face while you talk about that during the video recording.
I forgot how much power you have in the edit. Oh no.
Don't worry, I'm not good at editing.
Oh, make me interesting somehow. Cut it just right.
Chop it up.
Try. What's the best concert you've been to?
You go
Do I have
first.
to go first? Well, I went to Coachella in 2010, but does that count? Are we talking about specific bands?
It counts. It's
Okay, that
one
was
big.
pretty rad.
If it was the best.
It was the best overall experience. I mean, it was like at peak where Coachella was like, it was a big fucking deal. It was all weekend. The lineups was insane, but it wasn't the crazy 2-weekend thing where it's like $50,000. It wasn't like rich people and so many. It was 2010.
Yeah,
So it wasn't
when it
like
was, like,
all the
kinda
influ.
cool.
It was like this like really cool. It was amazing. It was fucking great. Yeah. But I've been at a lot of shows. I mean, I love Radiohead. I've seen them a lot. Probably the best live band is a band called the Chemical Brothers, which I don't know how many people that are watching this will know them, but that's probably the best. But yeah, overall experience at Coachella 2010. Me and my ex-wife, we still liked each other, and so this was like, instead of having a wedding or whatever, we just took we had like $4,000 or whatever. We just did Coachella. We got the
Hell yeah.
VIP pass. We went to California for a week.
That's awesome.
And we did Coachella and all that, and just fucked in the van a lot, and
It's a honeymoon.
Hey,
it was a good time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and
Did you
yeah. So
tell
overall,
anyone?
and yeah, I saw there was a lot of cool things. Jay-Z had like the 30-piece band. Beyonce came out, and then Gorillaz and De La Soul.
Damn.
Tom York, when he first did his solo thing with Flea on bass, that was rad.
That's cool.
Phoenix was awesome. Them Crooked Vultures. It was rad, and also the worst band I ever saw was also there, and that is a band called MGMT or Management.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst I ever saw any band play. I mean,
Really?
and I'm counting this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the worst band I've ever seen in my life, and I saw Korn once.
Damn. Wait, are they bad live?
Korn? Well, Korn it just all sounds like one song.
Okay.
It just sounded like one. I mean, they played it, but it
I
just
got
because
you.
they opened for Tool like in '97, and I was on a lot of acid and didn't like Korn, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Yeah.
But it was a Lollapalooza. It was the weirdest lineup. The main stage went Tricky, Snoop Dogg, Korn, Tool, and then Orbital, which is this cool electronic group. But this is a strange lineup to have like Tricky, Snoop Dogg, and
You heard
Tool.
of Orbital?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're cool. They're fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they, they at the time, everyone does the screens and stuff now, but at that time, only electronic bands did that. So like the Chemical Brothers
The
and
fucking
Orbital.
screens.
So they had and it was like I said, nobody else was doing that yet. So yeah, that was rad. I
Hell
was
yeah.
on a lot of acid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't like Korn. I didn't like them. Not at all.
I got you. That's okay.
They're a way better band than MGMT. I've seen 1,000. I've seen some bands that I really think are bad.
Just
I
tell
saw
us.
Bush once at a festival. And the Goo Goo Dolls were there. And let me tell you how much I hate the Goo Goo Dolls. And that's before I moved to Buffalo, so I didn't know I'm not allowed to hate the Goo Goo Dolls now. But they were barefoot, and that irritated the shit out of me. I didn't like that they were running around barefoot. Yeah, and then that's when No Doubt first came out too, Gwen Stefani. And we didn't know who she was, and we were just like, oh, she's so hot, now she's MAGA or something.
But you were-
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
She married a country singer.
I was curious, you were mad at people for being barefoot at a concert, at a music festival?
The band was running. They looked so white trash, like the way they were dressed and everything, and then they were just barefoot running around on the stage. They just looked. I didn't know them really. Like they had one song on the radio. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a completely different thing for you guys here because they're local. Like I understand. Like I'm.
Oh, I thought you meant the barefoot thing.
No.
It's like you Buffalo.
Yeah, you guys are all dirty fucking hippies here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a thing, so I didn't have an attachment. Like you guys, the tragically hip make no sense to me. at
I'm from
all.
Ohio,
'Cause
so I'm not exactly-
I don't get that at all. But if I was from here, maybe I would. So, it's local things. Dave Matthews was big where I grew up, and he sucks. But I was supposed to like him.
Did you hear
so
what
I
happened
understand it.
to
I've
Dave?
seen him 6 times.
Did you hear what happened to him
No, what happened to him?
about the crash?
Into
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that song live like 5 times. That's
Have
how much.
you?
That's
Have
well, it
you?
was. Yeah, that's how much I like that girl. She liked Dave Matthews, and she liked me, I guess. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then I would just smile and just inwardly die inside a little bit. But I have a whole joke about it. I should. Yeah.
That's how you became the man you are today.
Yeah, the sweaty weirdo that's on your podcast.
It's so funny.
It's
Oh
very
my
warm.
God.
I promise. It's really warm. It's not just me. I know that.
It's like 40 degrees.
I hate that. You know what sucks is I can feel the air conditioning right here. It's
Right on the
just
nape?
missing me.
The nape
yeah,
of your
the
neck?
nape. If I just slide back maybe a little
The old
bit,
neck nape.
catch it.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Ugh.
Hey, let's put that on
Love
camera.
a
Let's put
breeze.
my sweaty neck on
Zoom
camera.
in on the neck nape.
Yeah, get the. Oh no, don't give her. She has the power in the edit. She can do anything she
I'll
wants.
forget by the time I edit this.
Oh my
Maybe I should have brought
God.
a
Probably
fucking
not.
towel or something.
Do you need one?
No.
Did you want to go back
So
to
he's got
Gwen's?
to get up and towel off.
We can go back to Gwen Stefani if you want.
you're-
And
Yeah, there was just a bit. They were, like I said, they were not famous. I'm Just a Girl had just come out, and I was just like 17 or something, and just like, hey, I don't know, 16, 17. Oh, that girl's hot, and that was it.
yeah. No,
And
she's
then,
basically just been like she's always been conservative, and like if you watch interviews with her, she's always like had answers that are very like questionable, and then like
Yeah.
she's basically just like culture vultured like even
Oh,
like the
yeah.
whole punk
I
thing.
remember-
She
she
like
was trying to
became
do
that
rap.
because that was like what was like ska was like of the time, so she was trying to get money.
Yeah, because then when she tried to do her rap thing for a while, it was very
Wait.
awkward. Yeah, she was like doing stuff with like Nicki Minaj and different rappers, and she did that fucking Bananas song.
Oh, that's rap. They were calling that rap.
No, but
oh, okay.
at that,
I was like, oh,
that was in her because that was with like Pharrell from the Nerds who does
Yeah.
and at that time she was also. I remember seeing her on award like live performances on award shows or whatever, and they were performances with female rappers. There was a couple different ones.
Oh, okay.
And then she was just trying to do that whole thing, and she had a clothing line and whatever.
yeah,
And but then she married a country singer. So like, ugh.
yeah.
I just had to comment that shit was bananas.
Dude, can you imagine writing that?
Spell it all the way out
spell
right
it.
now.
Can't.
Spell it.
From B to S.
And then when the Hollaback girl, and I remember there was an interview. I haven't seen many interviews with her, but I saw one where they asked her what that song meant, and she said, "Whatever you want it to mean." So literally, it doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
It means
Yeah.
nothing.
She just wants to be
Yes.
whatever you want her to be
Yes.
that will make money. That's why she was like, oh, I'm going to wear a bindi. Oh, I'm going to have... Asian women follow me around and call them my imaginary friends, and like they like it's fucking weird.
Yeah, she
weird
sucks.
and yeah.
She sucks so
so
hard.
she sucked the whole time.
Yeah, and just, you know, I was music was my thing for the majority of my life, and I was offended by someone writing lyrics to a song where you're spelling bananas. You're spelling it. What the fuck are you talking? I'm sorry, it still irritates me. That's terrible. That's bad. That's music
It's
can
like,
be so good.
it really can be
It
so
can be
good.
so
can't
meaningful.
it, Jesse?
And you're just like, I have nothing to say. I'll spell fruit for a while to a beat because everyone likes a Pharrell
Why
beat.
not? Yeah.
Because he also did Milkshake. That doesn't fucking mean anything either. That's total word salad too. But the beat's hot. Nobody cares, you know?
But
Oh my
also,
God.
it's giving me Sydney Sweeney vibes because she also just says things.
Yeah,
like
I think Cindy Sweeney, I think the thing with her, more so if she's than right wing or anything, I just don't think she's very smart. I really don't. I think she's fine as an like some people that I've seen her be good in movies before. There's a few movies where her acting is good, but like I
think
just
it's the
think
same
you know
I just don't
character,
care
yeah.
about her.
No,
Like,
no, not at all.
Before everything,
No.
like she was never someone that was on my radar.
No.
I didn't watch Euphoria. Like
No.
I was never. I know she's done other things, but that's the
Yeah.
only thing I
Yeah.
really even
I
know
just watch a
of.
lot of movies, so I mean I watch a lot of movies, so
Yeah.
I see her and stuff, but I could tell she just means nothing to me. She's not like I said.
She
people
means
are
nothing to me.
people are mad about her politics, but like, or she hasn't really said her politics. People assume things, and they're probably right. But it's like, if she's staying out of politics, good. She's dumb. Maybe her like in Jelly Roll, they're mad at him for his like. Maybe we want the dumb. He's like, I don't get political or whatever, and everyone's mad. I'm like, maybe we don't want any more idiots making political decisions. Maybe that's good. Maybe I don't want Jelly Roll to vote. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but I feel like those people who are like those particular people who are like, oh, I'm not political. It's like they just don't want to tell you that they're MAGA.
Yeah. Well, the thing
Like-
is, and those MAGA people, half the time, they're really not political because they don't have any actual thoughts or views about anything. They just repeat. What
Right.
They just
the
hate
party
telling other
line.
people they're right.
Yes. Yeah.
It's painful.
Yeah.
They just want to own the libs, man.
But concerts are fun. I love concerts.
Yeah. Concerts are. What was the best one you went to, Kelsey?
The best concert I went to, this was not necessarily because of the music or like the artist that I saw, even though they did.
Drugs. Oh yeah. If we were talking about just best ecstasy, that's a whole story. But anyway, go ahead.
But no, so I went to go see this band, Papadozio. They're like a like hippie barefoot whatever situation. And this was the
gonna be a
first
thing.
time I had ever taken acid before. And so I took the acid and then we drove to Asheville, which was like an hour and a half away from where I was. And then we get there and I'm expecting to like get to a music venue where it's like loud and like there's a bunch of people and like I can just kind of blend right in.
Yeah.
But it was at a Masonic temple. So imagine like eating acid and then going to like your public library like in the middle of the afternoon.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I've
everyone
done
was
that,
in
so, yeah.
quiet. Like everyone was so quiet.
I believe
like,
that.
Standing in line. And
Yeah.
my friends and I were like, if I turn around and look at her in the eyes, I'm gonna start laughing hysterically.
Yeah.
And I just can't. And like just the setup of the place was so cool. There was like 3 levels to it, and at one point there was a guy who was just dressed in a full suit of armor standing there, and like that is crazy.
And you always have that moment when you're tripping. You're like, this is real. I'm not just my mind's not making
Right.
This up. Yeah.
But the weirdest shit always happens when you're tripping too, so it's like,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
this is here. But yeah, they had like this one level where like they were serving kava tea, which like have you ever had kava tea?
No.
Have you ever
I've
had
heard
kava
of
tea?
it. I don't know if I've had it.
So I don't really remember like what it is about kava tea, like what's in it or what the benefits are, but it makes your mouth feel like kind of tingly. And one of my friends told me that they put cocaine in the tea, and I believed him for like a long while. And that's not what they did. It's just the type of tea, but it was really crazy. It was really fun. It was really cool. My favorite part, everyone was like, the tension that I was talking about at the beginning, where like everybody is like tripping and we're in a really quiet place, and nobody could really like let go.
Yeah.
So like we're in like the top row. People are like on rugs, like, you know, crisscross applesauce, like down below. And I wanted to dance, but no one was dancing.
Yeah.
And I was like I could feel myself like wanting to
Your
get
body
up,
just started
but
to
I
do it.
couldn't. And I just like at one point I turned to my friends and I'm like, I'm gonna do something crazy right now. And then I just stood up and I started dancing. And as soon as I did that, I shit you not, everyone started getting up and everyone started dancing, and it just like grew into this huge like sweaty thing, and like it was just really
they were waiting for somebody to break the seal, and the drugs gave you the fucking the push.
I did it.
That's that Libra in you.
Yeah. I'm a leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what a Libra is? I don't know. I mean, I'm an Aries. I don't know what that means.
They're really sweaty.
Oh no! That means I have to believe they're right. Those zodiac signs are right after all. That predicts my sweatiness.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool.
What about you, Kat?
Laura, it's your turn.
Man, I should have thought of an answer.
Yeah, you have.
You're like, I haven't been to a concert.
Yeah,
I was listening to your experience, and that was pretty cool. I've been to a lot of concerts. Like, the concert I've been to the most is Dropkick Murphys.
Oh, hell yeah.
And this one was at the Main Street Armory in Rochester.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just with two of my friends. Like, they texted me day of saying they're going to be in town and they were going to go to a concert. Are you okay?
I burped and I tried to make it chill, and I don't know if the mic picked it up.
Yeah, dude, I did too. So I'm hoping if mine got picked up, that yours did too. So I'm not.
That's going to be an Instagram clip. But Main Street Armory in Rochester, like super close to the stage, maybe 4 people back, and I got one of the guitar picks at the end.
Hell yeah.
So no drugs.
Hell yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Lame. Yeah.
Oh God, we don't have time.
I went to Warped Tour once. Also no drugs, because I drove home. So.
Dang.
I don't think I've ever done a festival and not done drugs. I don't think. Because festivals, you got to be there for so long. I've been on drugs for most things. I've done all the things on drugs, if I'm being honest. But, not nowadays. I mean, weed and have a drink, but I'm a good boy nowadays. A little pill here and there.
Does aspirin count?
Yeah, no.
Depends
No,
on how
it
much you
doesn't.
take. Yeah.
unless it's with codeine,
Yep.
The Tylenol with codeine, that counts probably.
Oh, that's what I was thinking
Tylenol 3, yeah.
That's so bold to take acid for your first concert, because friends that have done that hate it.
Wait.
From what I've seen.
Co-
Yeah.
Oh.
Take acid for the first time and then go to a concert.
Because you don't know what to expect. My first time wasn't at a concert. One time, not one time, 3 times.
7 times.
But one time I took acid in high school, and
like in your high school?
yeah,
Or, okay.
at school.
Like high school
and in high school. Oh, high school. I started doing when I got into acid at 15, it was just everywhere. I've done acid like 500 times.
What year
was
was
just
that?
everywhere in Virginia, Norfolk,
What
Virginia.
year?
Oh, like the early mid 90s.
Okay.
The late 19... No, I'm just kidding. The late 1900s.
The late 1900s.
Chris Columbus was there, actually.
I had a petticoat on and a fucking gel tab, baby. A powdered wig and a sheet of fucking sunshine.
Musket.
That's how
Blue
they did
Suns.
it.
No, but I took it in school a few times. That's a terrible idea.
Was that so horrible? Because
No, not for me.
It made me want to throw up a little bit when you said it.
I was an idiot when I was a fucking idiot. I liked the whole thing of it, and
Like,
because
did they
I'm so
see your
goofy,
eyes and were like,
no,
what is wrong?
No, it's like I'm a goofy person, so when I'm fucking giggling and shit, sometimes I'll be so fucked up, and I remember one time, I went to my friend Maritessa's house, and there was like 20 people over there. I didn't know a bunch of them. And this probably was the first time I did stand-up, because there's like 20 people. It's like a get-together, and I'm fucking off my nut. Like, I'm on like 5 or 6 hits of good ass, and I'm tripping balls of fucking projectile sweating and fucked up. And I'm fucking making everyone I'm like in them, just standing up in the room, making jokes and everything and fucking whatever. And then I go in the kitchen to get a drink, and then Meredith's sister Beverly comes in, and I'm like, man, I'm tripping balls. And she goes, you're tripping? And I was like, how weird am I all the time? You know what I mean? Because I was like out of my mind.
And no one
and
knew.
I'm like, no, they didn't know. I had no idea.
That's so funny.
Fucking, I was like, oh no, I'm a scary person.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I think I always think back to that. I was like, there was like 20 people, and I was just like in front of everyone, just being funny. Everyone was dying, and I was like, Is that technically? I mean, I didn't have jokes or anything, but like, I don't know. I always.
You don't have to
think of
necessarily.
That. Yeah, I mean, I was always funny because, you know, you got to be something. I'm not rich or attractive, so you have to be funny.
You can be annoying too.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Not that you are.
No, I am. I guarantee you, I'm annoying sometimes. Oh yeah, 100%. I think it would be horrible of me if I wasn't aware of that. I would be intolerable.
If you weren't annoying.
No, if I didn't understand that I'm surely annoying sometimes, I would be intolerable. Because that's what sometimes I shut myself up. I'm like, okay, just stop talking. Because if I didn't have that self-awareness, I think that helps a little bit.
Yeah.
And maybe it was that moment of being told, you know, that I was tripping and I didn't, you know, I felt like people should have just been like, wow, that guy's fucking out of his mind. And they were just like,
They're like, wow, he's funny.
They're just like, that's Jesse. I was like, ugh, all right, good. And then I was like, am I this sweaty too? That was before I had high blood pressure, so I don't think I was as sweaty as I am now.
But you were in Aries the whole time, so.
I've always been, yeah, that's true.
Since birth.
That's true.
I think we just diagnosed you with why.
As Aries?
Yeah. But your doctor never told you that.
Yeah. The diagnosis I'm not ready for. I don't know anything about those astrological things, but I don't know. Lex could probably talk me into it. Oh yeah.
Getting astrological.
If I die, it's did it. Okay, I just want that on.
On the record.
If I
Edit
die
it out.
suddenly, and you
Wouldn't
know,
that
it
be
probably
hilarious?
won't
I'm
be
gonna
Lex. It'll
bleep
probably
the
be my
name,
cholesterol level.
so it's
but
gonna
whatever.
be. Oh.
I want him to take the blame. Who was that?
It was Devin.
Oh.
Devin.
Oh yeah, she got to work here or something.
I guess so.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Would you say that was the moment you knew you were funny?
No,
That
I've
you
been
were.
funny always. And once again, I'm not one of these people that's like, you meet people in comedy and they're like, I'm funny because I say so. I think I'm funny only because people have been telling me I'm funny my whole life. And that's not like a conclusion I came to myself.
Yeah.
Just after a while, you know, you get to be like 20 years old and that's when you start to begin like some kind of, you know, between when you're 20 till you're in your 30s and forever. But like you start to, I don't think as a teenager you have any sense of self. Like you can look at yourself honestly. There's too much like
Hormones
sensitivity and hormones and ego and all that stuff. I think once you start just looking at the data of like how people have reacted to you, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm funny.
And you're like, they've been laughing at me
Yeah,
the whole time.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm either ugly or
Just you know,
funny.
you know, people just
No, shut the fuck.
But
I'm just saying.
once
like
again,
that.
I'm not sensitive about my fucking giant head. I know what I look like. I got mirrors.
Oh my god.
But no, to people, you know, my whole life, people have been like, you're the funniest person I know. You know, you know what people say about you. You know, so that's how
To your face.
Yeah, to my face.
You know, I don't trust mirrors that much, especially department store mirrors, because they always make you look better than you are.
Is that
You know
a thing?
Yeah,
Really?
like they're supposed to make you want to buy the clothes.
Oh,
and
that's
I don't
smart.
know.
They're
I've
like
never seen
slimming
research.
or something, maybe.
Oh, maybe
Yeah.
they're like slanted or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah.
yeah, sweet. That's smart.
Not in the
I've never
dressing room
dressed it.
though.
Corporations are smart and evil.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh shit, dude! I just want to go hang out in a store and feel good about myself.
Let me know if that works.
I guess they don't have more mirrors that good because I was in Target the other day. And I was like, ugh. So they need to work
God.
harder on their mirrors or something.
Yeah, Target.
Yeah, Target, make me pretty.
Target makes me feel
The tallest
pretty.
order ever.
$80 later, I
was
feel
gonna say-
better at Target.
Yeah.
I feel
Oh,
pretty.
hold on, I gotta. You guys go ahead. I just gotta answer this.
Kelsey, when did you know you were funny?
I feel like when I was a kid, I did because like humor was the get out of jail free card in a lot of ways, like with my parents, like calming the vibe of the house.
I learned that
You know,
from
making-
Gabriel Iglesias.
Really?
Yeah, because he has a skit about like a cop pulling him over and using a joke to get out of it.
Hell yeah.
The fluffy guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
The fluffy guy.
I know him. I know Fluffy. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know him.
Personally. Yeah. But yeah, I think I've always kind of been that way. Like our family, like my dad's side of the family, everybody's like super sarcastic, super funny. Like, so we're like, our love language is like ripping on each other only.
Yeah. Yeah.
No hugging, no I
No
love you,
action.
no
You're
I'm
Irish.
proud of you. Yes, I am.
Irish Catholic. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Right,
music. Yeah.
Oh yeah, music, concerts, hot dogs. Oh my.
Dead parents.
Hot
Oh wait.
dogs. Bad
Oh.
band.
Dead to me.
Oh. Yeah.
Dead in my heart.
Perfect.
And they're to blame. The only thing we have in common is our last name. I'm just kidding.
That was so good though.
Wow, thank you so much.
Off the top of your
Dude,
head.
I told you we're writing songs. We're just
Dude,
we're
what's
following
your-
your lead. You got this.
Yeah.
That's two now. You got one. You got your dad and then
What's
Yeah.
your go-to
Bon Jovi.
karaoke?
Bon Jovi remix.
My go-to karaoke is "Whole Lotta Love" by Led Zeppelin, or "Somebody to Love" like Led Zeppelin, or not by Led Zeppelin. Jefferson Airplane. My bad.
I do a couple of Misfits songs, or Eating Glass by Block Party.
Hell yeah.
I like to do the Postal Service song too. I
That
was
one.
the one worth leaving. District Sleeps Alone Tonight. I want to do Radiohead songs, but I can't because my voice is not high pitched. I mean, me and Patty do In Rainbows. I never did karaoke in my life until I worked here. So like, because I was against it, because I was, when I was a musician and I was young and I was like, these phonies and it's not real. You're young and you're just such a fucking snob. And so I never did karaoke my whole life. So like, I think I did it first time like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh really?
But now I can admit it's kind of fun.
It is fun.
It's kind of fun.
It's fun.
But
man,
someone always does Dream On
Oh.
and like hit the high, misses the high note, I should say.
Yeah.
Attempts
Never
the high
got it.
note.
Yeah, I have to leave the high stuff alone. Like I really don't like Pearl Jam, but that's my that's my natural voice register. So that's why I can do the Misfits songs, But like I can do a perfect Eddie Vedder, but it's very embarrassing. They
I
can see that, it's on
accidentally
camera.
no, that's okay. I want them to know
As long
that
as it's
I
not
care
audio.
about my
Okay.
pals
Yeah.
and didn't want my burp smell in your face.
I'm sitting
I
next to a
denied
kitchen.
service to Eddie Vedder once at a restaurant I worked at accidentally.
That's
So I was working the opening shift of this spot in Charlotte, North Carolina, and they were doing a show at the whatever center, I forget what it's called. And they came in before we were open, and like I hadn't cooked any of the like proteins or anything like that, and like it was Eddie Vedder and like his like bodyguards or whatever, and I didn't realize it was him at
The guy who
first
carries his ukulele.
until they came in, and they were like, oh, like trying to get food, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, we're not open yet, whatever. And then like I was like, wait a minute, and I looked up Eddie Vedder, and I was like, that's him. And then I told my bosses
Would
about
that have
it.
changed anything if you knew it was him beforehand?
No.
Good.
I'm surprised he didn't use the phrase of like, don't you know who I am?
Don't you
I
know
know.
who I am?
Like,
But-
don't you know I don't have chicken cooked for you?
Yeah, I guess he's supposed to be like a
He
guy who
would,
like, if he really is humble or not or whatever, but like he's definitely projecting that. So I think
Yeah.
he wouldn't do that for his like image. Maybe he's cool.
He
I don't
projected
fucking
that
know.
onto me, so
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
he
yeah.
wasn't any type of way about it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I did tell my bosses later, and they were pissed because they love him.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
Wow.
No, people who own restaurants want
They
that
want the
picture
money.
of the.
Oh.
Yeah, and the,
Oh.
like the picture next
Press.
to the door of like famous people come here.
Yeah.
That's supposed to mean something, I guess.
yeah.
Like, oh, they also eat. That's interesting. You
They
know,
live in the
like-
back.
Isn't that so cool? They're just like us.
Yeah, they're just regular.
Yeah.
It's just like us.
Dude, when I
except
found
for the
out-
bodyguards.
Yeah. Well, when I found out the Jonas Brothers went to Gabe's Gate,
Oh.
I was shocked, and I still haven't been there.
I did see that.
They have
that,
good wings.
video.
I mean,
I
when
heard.
you first, because I'm a transplant, so when you first move here, people, you have to go to the places people recommend or they want to take you to. So I went there. They have good wings.
I feel like I'll just end up telling stories I did drugs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh dude. Possibly.
Which is fine, but I
okay.
don't-
Here's a good concert story. Okay. Here's one. So when I was 17, Kurt Cobain killed himself. Right.
What?
Yeah.
No
Did you
way.
know that? There's a little factoid here, right? So he killed himself in April, and in either October or November, I saw Hole, like when they were fresh off in a club called The Abyss in Virginia Beach, and that fucking show was so. First of all, they were incredible. They were incredible, but she was fucked up out of her mind. But they were incredible. She sounded great. The guitar player she only plays a little bit, so she didn't fuck up. But like her singing her screaming was great. They were amazing, but she was fucked up. And there was one time when she went to, because she would put her foot. So here's the thing too, is at the front of the monitor. So so the Abyss it's 2 level. Okay. So the first level's in a pit. So the stage is like here, right? Mm-hmm. And so I always, when I was young, I always get to the front, right? So when she would put her foot up on the she puts her foot up on the monitor when she's playing guitar, and I would be, and it was right there.
Curve.
But I was not looking, because I'm like, that's Kurt Cobain's. I loved Kurt, and when he died, I was sad. So like, I'm like, that's where Kurt's baby. So I was like not looking at her a lot when she would, because I want to stare up her skirt. I never was like
right.
And so, but one time she went to put up her foot, and then you just hear thunk, and I look up. That's what I was saying, because I was not looking, and then I looked up, and her feet were up in the air. She had just missed the monitor, and because she was so fucking hammered, probably heroin too, but she was real drunk. And but then, dude, by the time the next verse, she was right back and singing it. Some fucking squid jumped off the fucking second level onto the stage, kissed her, and then ran, and she was like, did it, because I guess, whatever. And then he goes running off stage, right? And you hear them bouncing him off the walls, dude. Ba-boom, 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 because it was between songs. And you can hear them just killing this guy,
oh my
right?
God.
And then, but they'd finish, and then they come back out for encore. They do their encore, and then Courtney Love stage dives and passing her all around, and she gets back on the stage, and she goes, "Some fucking bitch stuck her finger in my pussy," and then she goes, "You," and dove in the crowd swinging on this chick.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild. Good for her,
Yeah.
though.
Also, when I saw Wu-Tang, and the show got stopped after like 3 songs, because I think it was Old Dirty Bastard threw a 40 bottle at someone, and it became like a big fight, and they shut it down. So, couple of those.
That's wild. That reminded me, when you were talking about that, of when I was younger and I would go to shows, I was always at the front, and I was always super wasted, and I would always try to crowd surf or stage dive whenever I could. And there was this one show that I went to, I can't even remember what it was. It was like there was someone outside and someone inside, and like it was just like in and out everywhere, whatever. Yeah. And so the one outside, they let me like bring my hoop on stage, and then I jumped off the stage into the crowd, and the bouncers immediately came over and were like, "If you do that again, you're gonna get kicked out." And I was like, "Okay, I'm sorry." But then the show ended at 2 in the morning. I waited until 1:59.
Smart.
And I got up there again, and I fucking jumped into the crowd, and I passed me around or whatever, and then like basically passed me into the bouncer's arms, and then they took me out, and he was like, "We're kicking you out," and I was like, "I know, that's why I waited till the end."
Until it's over. Yeah,
like,
that's amazing.
That is smart.
It was really funny, and then I was like super nice and apologized. I was like, "I'm sorry, it was so much fun," and that like whatever, and he had to take me out, and it was fine. And then like months later, like might have even been a year, like one of my delivery driver friends that I worked with, he was telling a story about his friend who was a bouncer at that place. Yeah. And he was like, he was telling me the story about the nicest girl he ever kicked out of a show, and then proceeds to tell me that story. And I was like, that was me.
Amazing.
It was so funny. It was
crazy.
Yeah.
But crowd surfing is so much fun. Like that, but then you get all the way up and you have to go to the back. So at one point,
you lose your spot.
Oh, yeah.
You lose your spot, and then you have to dig. You
either have to go back up and then get dropped on your head.
Yeah.
Right? Like 2 rows back.
Yeah.
One time I did that. It was I want to say, I've been to a lot of shows. I think it was Bad Religion. And it was a punk band. It was definitely a punk band. And I did the thing, and like they like pushed me towards like a gap, and I went right to the floor. But everyone was moshing, and I started getting stomped, and I was gonna get killed. And this giant mountain of a man, I'll never forget him. Because I was getting stomped on like a couple. I hit the pavement already, and then I was getting stepped on. And then all of a sudden, I just look up, and there's this face, and it's just like, coming down and like
grab
you. You're a big buff angel.
Put me on my feet, like pat me on my head. You're like, "You're good, dude. You're good." I was like 15.
Dude.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've been to, like, a punk bands. I also went to this thing in Syracuse called K-Rockthon. Most aggressive mosh pits I've ever seen. Like, they were definitely on, someone said ketamine. And we went to a Shinedown concert, and it was after there was a rain delay. So I didn't want to lose my spot. We were standing in the rain for like an hour waiting for this band to go on. And then can you imagine when people finally got to see Shinedown play? They were going crazy. They were going absolutely insane, and it was muddy, and it was dirty. We were soaking wet. It was...
Yeah. It's funny, too, who you expect, because, like, I've been to so many, like, punk and thrash shows and hardcore shows and everything, but the scariest, dangerous, most painful, horrible, dangerous pit that I was ever in was Smashing Pumpkins on the Melancholy Infant Sadness tour. And actually, somebody in Europe died during it, but so they ended up having this thing where they split the crowds in half with, like, a barrier. But that was the most I ever got hurt. And I was like, I had seen, like, you know, Metallica and Anthrax and like DRI and like crazy, you know, Corrosion of Conformity. And I'd gone to all these really heavy, hard bands, but it was the Smashing Pumpkins concert where like I think that my organs got reshaped. Like it was so brutal. Yeah. Awesome show though. Really great. I saw them a bunch of times. They were good. And then I don't know what they're like now, but they were good in the 90s.
I went to Wakarusa in 2013, which is like this music festival in fucking Arkansas, of all places. And it was so crazy. Like, I could talk about the entire situation for like hours. But the craziest part about it was like, so we were like in like Tornado Alley or whatever. So like there were a lot of like we were on Tornado Watch like the entire festival. And the first night, like, so we were like in the mountains, and you had to get a shuttle. And they had to shuttle you like up the mountain and down the mountain, and like we were camped at the bottom, and the show was like at the top. And so night one, they're like, hey, we have to cancel on account of weather, blah blah blah. You know, grab your loved ones, whatever. And they made it sound like so serious. And so we were all fucked up. So we're like, okay, like, let's go. So we all went back down. And it took like 2.5 hours or something to get like to the shuttle, wait for the shuttle, get down, da-da-da. By the time we get to our site, they're like, oh, music's back on, blah, blah, blah. And so we were like, what the hell, man? Like, so the next night, the same thing happened. They were like, hey guys, like a storm's coming, like we have to cancel the music, grab your loved one, like the whole shebang. But this time we were like, no, we're not going. My friend Chrissy's like, I'm staying up here, and he like sat in this bush, like just like hiding out in the bushes, so that way we could just like wait until the music came back on. But then the music never came back on, and the festival was not very well organized. So like, if everything was going fine, it would have been fine. But when shit started to hit the fan, it became very clear that, like, nobody really had a handle on it. And so they're sending people away, and, like, everybody's tripping balls and, like, fucked up. Like, there's some guy who's talking about, like, it was really gross. I shouldn't even repeat it. But he's just, like, losing his mind, and they have to, like, put him on strap him down. Like, he was like, I'm going to plant my seed and never. Like, it was fucking crazy. And we're like, what is going on? So then we're waiting for the shuttle, and everybody's in line, but the shuttles weren't it wasn't the lineup point. So the shuttle would just come and stop wherever, even though people like down here had been waiting for like an hour. So then it became like dog eat dog. Like people are like bum rushing the shuttles, like hitting each other, fighting. Some guy got on top of like a bus with a megaphone and was like, you guys need to chill the out. And he worked there. And I'm like, me and my friends were all tripping, and we're just like, oh my god, everybody's like fighting for their life. Then the wind and the storm started coming, and it was like purple and like raining sideways, and we were all like just huddled together. And I was like, I'm not getting on a shuttle where like people are like punching each other in the face. So we were the last. Like, all the people that waited were like the nicest, like least confrontational people. But then we get on the bus, and I walk up the stairs, and the bus driver, his eyes were going 2 different ways. And then I suddenly realized, I was like, now we have to ride down the mountain in this bus with all this wet. Like, it was crazy. Tents were blowing through like, it was so insane, but we survived.
I had a thing. Oh, it didn't go that fucking.
It was
didn't go
nuts.
that sideways, but it was supposed to be this thing. It was called Field Day, and it was supposed to be like a 2-day thing with camping and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But because of big storms, they got down to 1 day, and they moved it to Giant Stadium.
Oh, okay.
And but it was like a huge thing. It was like Radiohead, Beastie Boys, Beck, all these big acts, and it rained the whole fucking day. And Giant Stadium, just metal grate floors, and everyone was miserable. There was lots of fights, and like people were because it was really expensive because it was supposed to be this other thing, and then the last 3 was like Beastie Boys, Beck, Radiohead. Beck didn't show up because of the storms or whatever, his helicopter or whatever, so people were fucking pissed. And then the Beastie Boys went up and fucked around.
Really?
They 2 or 3 different times they stopped the song because they were like, oh, we messed up the words, and they thought it was so funny. And it was about, it felt like a riot was coming. And then they had to break down Beastie Boys to set up Radioheads and stuff. They were having a problem breaking down the Beastie Boys light rig. And I think and it was like, a full Giant Stadium. What was that, 70,000, 60,000 people? And I was like, I'm going to die because I was close in the front.
Scary.
Then, and Radiohead was supposed to play like an hour and 15 minutes, whatever. Radiohead comes out. They play 2.5 hours and a 5 fucking song encore, and everybody left that place. It was the at one point, Tommy York goes like, they played their fucking hearts out. Like I said, they played the double set.
They probably knew.
I'm saying, because he said it. At one point he said, see, and it had stopped raining too, and he was like, see, it's all better now. And I literally thought Radiohead might have saved my life, but they were and everybody left there fucking beaming. Everyone, I was in a day full of the most miserable, about to kill each other New Yorkers.
Mob mentality is no shit. Like crowd mentality.
And Radiohead did the ultimate anti-rock star. They just fucking made everybody was we were leaving. Everyone's like when you leave a great concert. I'll never forget that. It was crazy. And fuck the Beastie Boys. They made. I always had a thing against them after that. Because they really dicked around and they didn't care and they fucked up the song. They stopped a couple songs because they fucked them up and they just thought it was funny.
And even if they did fuck them up, if you would have just kept going, no
keep
one
going,
would have cared.
or not. If they were literally doing a thing like, we don't give a shit. They were like, aren't we cool that we don't care? The only thing that was good was Mixed Axter Mike. They let him have a 20-minute thing and he's awesome. But they didn't care about it. And like I said, Radiohead came out and they
They mom and dad.
They were like, we got this, and it was on Hail to the Thief, so they started with There. Oh, it was so good. Yeah, and they did a 5-song encore, and the skies cleared, and it was pretty cathartic.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I have no story that even compares, because I feel like for most of I had one. I went to see. I think it was Good Charlotte in the basement of a dive bar in Albany.
Yeah.
And
I love them.
Yeah, and they were with Less Than Jake. If you know them.
I saw them. They used to come to where I lived in Pennsylvania. I saw them 4 or 5 times because I had ska friends.
I feel like they just travel and they show up because I think they were also at Warped Tour when I was there, so probably seen them twice.
I saw them twice. I went to a couple of Warped.
But that was the only bad part about that. That concert was amazing. People were running, jumping around, but people were looking out for each other. And then I had to drive back from Albany because I was with 2 friends and we were going to camp out. But I borrowed a tent from someone. It didn't have all of the parts
Poles
to it. Yeah, basically. It was missing a really important main pole. So we were sitting there for a while and then I was like, we're driving to Syracuse because we're going to just walk into my mom's house.
Yeah.
And she woke up and there were just 3 people laying down in my room, dead asleep. Because I drove us and I drove till 2 a.m. and she leaves her door unlocked.
God bless.
Thankfully.
Cut that out.
Yeah.
And her address is.
Thank God for that, and also never do that again.
Now I can afford a hotel.
Yeah.
Or a motel. Cheap one.
Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn.
That was beautiful.
A.
I never sing on this thing because I have to listen to it back. So ignore me.
I hear you.
You karaoke now, right?
Go for it.
Even flow. I really don't like Pearl Jam at all. I'm not a fan. The fact that he made a whole album on a ukulele, that's like a kid's toy. That's annoying to me. That's like a kid's toy.
Say
it's
that
not
in
a real
Hawaii, I
instrument.
dare you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Some just big 5 Samoans just stomp me into the dirt with the, they're like 400 pounds and they're like, and their little ukuleles. I wouldn't make fun of them at all. I'd be like, yeah, that's great.
Good job. What's like your favorite album of all time or bands? If you don't
Kid
know.
A for me, that's easy. And then Kid A and then Vespertine by Bjork. They're just very important records to me.
I've never heard of Kid A. I know who Bjork is.
It's it's Radiohead's 4th record.
Oh, okay. Thought it was a
2001.
person. Thought it was a
Yeah.
child.
Oh, it is.
I like one of Elon Musk's kids. Kid A.
Oh, that guy. He sure sucks.
Yeah. I really can't think of like a classic album that's like.
Well, the reason it was for me
Yeah.
because at the time that's when I was very serious about making music, and so
What did you play?
everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started playing guitar
Ukulele.
in punk bands, right? And then you get sick of people. You try to start bands, and I'm very serious, and I'm writing songs, and then you start a band, but like the one guy. He
He's
just wants
saying
to
it.
say he's in a band. He doesn't really want to work. And the other guy's got a really bad drug problem. And the other guy's got a girlfriend who doesn't ever want him to come over. And so then I just learned to play bass myself. Then I just learned to play drums myself. Then he had to find a guy to record. So then I just learned how to record. And then I did all that. And then I made a couple albums. But I wanted to play live. And I was going to raves. I was going to raves for the drugs, but I didn't really think of it as real like music. Like I wasn't really listening to it at home or like thinking of ever making that kind of music. And then I saw the Chemical Brothers, and then I was like, oh, that's a thing. So then I got a bunch of MIDI gear so that because you can play live by yourself. Mm-hmm. And I started doing live electronic performance.
That's awesome.
But I always, because I'm not a keyboard player by nature, I'm a guitarist. Like that, that's the instrument that I'm best at. Guitar, bass. So I was in my even electronic music. I was always mixing guitars and electronic instruments. But when you did that in America in the fucking late 90s, it was either the electronic friends would be like, oh, fucking guitars or whatever, and then the guitar friends would be like, oh, fucking electronic music, right? So I was doing these things together, and then Radiohead had come up with OK Computer, which is like one of the most famous guitar records ever. But Kid A is when they were sick of the fucking guitars, and they were sick of how popular they got, and they made this album that was a real mix of a lot of electronic elements.
Oh, cool.
So that album vindicated my whole existence. That's why it's my favorite record. That's why I'm saying this.
Yeah.
So it was so important. It so made because Radiohead was so respected that when that album came out, people on both sides of that coin, they were like, okay,
Like
it's a
guitar
cool
and
thing
electronic,
to do.
like high five.
Yes. And so like it really did like legitimize my existence. It was a big deal.
That's awesome.
So that's why that's my favorite.
Did anyone in your life acknowledge that, or they were like,
Oh,
"Hey, Radiohead's doing this thing that no one's ever done before"?
Yeah, I mean the thing is, the people that gave the people that I was close to that gave a chance, like girls liked it, like.
That's what you cared about.
You know what I mean? But I wasn't accepted by any scene. Like people in my life liked what I was doing.
Yeah.
But like I wasn't accepted by either scene. You know what I mean? And then I could kind of do it, but I was still doing electronic performance because trying to have a band.
With all the people, it's like a
Dude.
group project where
Yeah.
nobody's fucking.
And
doing
I was
anything.
always just more serious than everyone else. People mostly just want to get drunk, fuck, and tell people they're in a band. And I actually wanted to just make the music.
Sounds like
So-
comedians too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
are we talking about open mics? Or are
Yeah,
we talking
more or less, yes. Oh, we are. Oh, every scenes
Same
are
thing.
scenes.
Yeah.
That's why when the comedy scene thing's not new. I was in scenes my whole life because I was in punk
He's
scenes
a scene
and
kid.
I was a scene kid. I was a punk scene kid, and then I was a rave scene kid.
I did a lot of like hoop performing at raves. That was my
Yeah,
and
that's where you can go where people are fucking cool. Yeah, people are like, yeah,
was fun.
oh, you do a
Yeah.
thing, and I'm fucking.
I got to perform on stage with, it was Random Rab. It's like some electronic guy that I was into at the time. And like their opener, I don't even remember what their name was, but it was really cool. We like dressed up and like, they didn't really have like a spot for us. So they had us like hoop on top of like the speakers. And
Oh,
there was
shit.
like a dip like in the middle of the speaker, and it was crazy. It was really hard to do because I was like, oh, this is not
It's
really like
also
a
making
floor.
sure you don't fall to your death. Like,
Yeah.
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 But
it's rad though at the same time too. Though.
it was really cool.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. Those were the days, and now I'm 30 years old, and I go to bed early, and
I'm also 30.
wake up really early, and I sleep a lot and eat vegetables.
I lie about eating vegetables. No, I do a little bit. They're like on top of it. No, I'm trying for the first time in my life, not because I care what I look like, but because of the
feeling?
blood pressure.
Oh,
no,
okay.
because like I'm freaking doctors out. They're like, you're gonna fucking have a stroke.
Really?
Yeah. So like I'm trying, but then I come,
For
then
just
I
10
work
cents
here,
a
and then
day.
Nikki's like, oh, you're working, you get a free 10,000 calorie sandwich,
Hell yeah.
which I'm gonna have tonight. It's
I'm
bad.
thinking about
Very
the chicken
salty.
parm.
Oh, the parm, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
the pesto?
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
best though.
Patent pending.
Hey.
She coined the phrase. Nobody can see that.
Yeah, I'm sure no one's ever said that
No,
before.
Definitely
Yeah.
no dads.
First I heard.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
So go ahead and shout out your guys' socials.
My social is Kelsey McCormick _ and I'm just on Instagram.
I'm Kelsey McCormick on Instagram. We fight over it. Mine has to be. I have a lowercase K at the end, but
Thanks for being on, guys.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.